in the vaudeville. They had real talent.
Speaking of funny podcast.
Not this young stuff you had today. You call it funny. Speaking of funny.
Well, Mr. Perry, I appreciate you coming on real quick. This is Bella Hughley, my co-host, new So the great thing about this, Rodney.
Hi, we've met before.
I'm sure.
And you tell me every time you see me, you look like Rudy Huxtable.
You do look like Rudy a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Tell me everything. And I say that every time you see me. It's in person. I don't look like it now when I'm in person.
Yeah,
I had to cry in front of the police this morning, so I don't look. I'm not as jazzy as I normally be.
So for anybody who might not know, which you only don't know if you're just a fan of this podcast and not actually paying attention to the comedy world, Rodney Perry is a legend, a genius, and one of the overall greats. He's my mentor, one of the first to take me to the side and give me advice. He was the, what do you call it? The sidekick. I don't like saying sidekick, but on the Monique show.
The title was co-host, but co-host. It's I was in a service mode in my life to Monique at that point. That's what I look at it as.
But you stole the show. That was the crazy part. I honestly did not know about you until then. And then when I was watching the show more for you than I was for the guests. Wow. I wanted to hear what Rodney, I was like, how's Rodney going? What's, even though you were only going to make like maybe one or two cracks per, segment, I wanted to hear what those cracks were going to be more than I wanted to hear, what the guest was pushing.
Got it. Appreciate that.
No problem. Oh, one of my earliest memories with Rodney. So we were at Make Me Laugh Monday, Vanessa Fraction's spot. That's where I met Rodney. But it was my birthday, and on my birthday,
birthday stories today.
It is. But on my birthday, it was 2012, and what Eddie Winslow, what Darius McCrary was in there with his girl or whatever. So they let me go up last. After Rodney had already headlined. Rodney had already blew the place apart, but they let me go on last just as a favor because it was my birthday. And I went up there. I was nervous, but after I got off stage, Rodney handed me a Jack and Coke and said, "You did good." And that was the proudest I ever felt in my life. I was like, yo, did this guy who's been on TV just hand me a Jack and Coke and not tell me I got to give him $12 back to pay for it? I done made it. You couldn't tell me nothing for a good month. Wow. Rodney Perry bought me a Jack and Coke. What you doing?
Hey,
happy birthday.